Dun, dun, dun. Why am I recording on this screen, guys?
Because it's lighter than 5.
Yeah, that's right. This is a 5K screen, right? So if you record on a 5K screen, you will die. But it might not matter. I don't know. It might be a little bit more forgiven these days because we are. Come on! What's the devil? Okay, I think it's working. Is this show recording? Okay. All right. So we're gathered here today to look at Trisna. Trisna is on the spot for a promotion review. So let's begin. So, all right. Today is actually February 24th. So let's go ahead and change the date there. We're a little bit past so that we can all be here. And it is 5 o'clock p.m. Okay. WeChat time. All right. And let's discuss the. I need somebody to nominate a chair.
I nominated Tim Choyang to be chair.
Okay, I've been nominated to be chair. Is there a second?
Yeah, I seconded it.
Okay, all right. One day, I will probably have to nominate somebody else. But okay, today I accept. All right.
Not today.
Not today. So today I will be chairing this meeting. So let's begin. The objective is, of course, to measure and determine if Trisna is up for a promotion, and we were talking about in this context a lead generator specialist. So the proposed promotion benefits are, of course, according to the standard track, and candidate proposed benefits. Trish, would you like a motorcycle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Trish would like a motorcycle. Okay, we can talk about that if that gets done. I think that's actually a reasonable request. Let's see. What do I need to do? I'm not sure. This is the first time somebody's proposed a new benefit. I guess Trish has a motion. Does anybody second the motion?
I second again.
Okay, it's been seconded by Diva. Is there any discussion about this? Okay. Trish, tell me why you need a motorcycle.
Because right now I'm using my brother's motorcycle.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get you a motorcycle with the loudest Bukit Vista sticker and color on it ever possible.
Yeah.
Good idea, sir.
So you'll be a brand slut.
Branding.
You'll be like an ice cream truck as you go through the town. Everyone will know your bike. Okay. All right. If there's no more discussion, let's go for a vote. All in favor of these proposed benefits, please vote in favor now. Okay. All right. All against, please vote now. Okay, motion carries. So we will go ahead and activate these promotion benefits if the candidate is passed for this. Okay, so we'll just have to add. Oh, actually, could I delegate secretary to somebody?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Nung Lee, for volunteering. I'd like to nominate Nung Lee to be the secretary, and Nung Lee would have to accept.
Yes.
Yes, she's accepted. Okay, oh God. Okay, is there a second? Okay, it's been seconded by Diva. Okay, done. All right. Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and. All right.
All right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and say that the motion has been passed for the promotion benefits. Okay. All right, let's vote in our jury. So the current jury is Jing as CEO, Cynthia as air support and reservations, Diva as content, Tendi as revenue management and host, Nung Lee as marketability chapter lead, Wyanet and Veda are advisors on this jury. Okay. The motion has been put forward for this jury. Is there a second? Okay, it's been seconded by Diva. Is there any discussion? Okay, no discussion. So this means that the people on this jury will be deciding what is going to happen, and the advisors are just contributing. They will not be voting. Okay? All right. So if there's no more discussion, let's move to a vote. All in favor of the following jury for this promotion review, please vote in favor now. Okay, that's pretty much everybody. Okay, everybody has voted in favor. All right, motion passes. We'll continue with this jury. All right, the measurement metrics are currently involvement and competency, and the categories that we're looking for is process involvement, leadership involvement, process competency, and project competency. All right, so these are the following metrics by which all the evidences will be considered, and I think we all know what these metrics mean at this point. So is there a second on the measurement metrics that we will be discussing? Does anybody want a second? Okay, Diva has seconded it. Is there any discussion about the measurement metrics? Okay, the time for discussion is over, so all in favor of using these measurement metrics, please vote in favor now. Okay, All right, that's pretty much everyone. All right, so let's continue. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Tris,
Yes.
please tell us about your evidences.
So, alright, guys. Since I've been here from September, in total,
Yes, you can.
okay.
It's okay.
I'm got 158 lead since September until January, plus 20 leads on February. So in total, it will be 178 lead. Yes.
Okay, 178 leads. Very good. All right.
Yeah, so okay.
And just
So-
to illustrate, oh, go ahead,
Okay.
Tris. Yeah.
In September, got 23 leads, and October I got 31 leads, and November I got 38 leads, and in December this case I got 28 leads, and January back on the track got 38 leads. Yes.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. So tell us more.
Okay. New canvassing method. So, like, I remember that you told me that you give me a clue that on canvassing, before you go here street A to street B, there's only clue that I have. So that's what happened in December. My list decreased just because that I think that's not working anymore. So I need to find a way. So I need to find a list from another source.
Oh, very good.
So got one list from Marketplace Facebook. So that's in revenue prediction.
Mhm.
So number two methods and use OTA, Booking.com, and Airbnb. The way I'm using the OTA because namely was challenged me to get a 50% list that can produce the revenue in 30 days, and I get the problem in December. So the challenge plus the problem, then I get a solution. That this is I'm using Booking.com and Airbnb. I use it, and I'm open Booking.com. Go to looking for the area and go to the last page. There's no review or bad review. The poor photos and something just like that. So uh, uh, I'm actually like before I'm going canvassing, so I have a target. Already have a target. There's no blind canvassing again. What's blind canvassing? That blind canvassing is like that's only queue street A to street B, just like that.
Mhm.
So uh, before it, like I'm going to small gang, and mostly get nothing. And yeah, so I'm used OTA. So uh, yeah, just like this,
Okay.
like Sokipila. Yeah, uh, like Sokipila, this is interesting. I get this is already full occupancy, but I got uh, can I?
Yeah, absolutely. Here,
Yes,
there you go. The mouse is yours.
like Sokipila, like I have targeted my Sokipila is the target, right?
Yep.
So I'm canvassing. I went there and look what I got. Wow, sorry, sorry. What I've got is, yeah, there's a new construction there. Construction there already finished. It's already finishing or already on Trello there and assigned permitting already.
Okay, so on your way to discover one villa, you found another villa.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's pretty cool. Interesting. All right, so tell us more.
And then I'm using drone deploy.
Mhm.
Okay, I've got a few leads from drone deploy. The way why I'm not using drone deploy again because I have 3 accounts and all of them was expired.
Okay.
and I'm implemented the drone deploy onto Google Maps.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a few differences before drone deploy and Google Maps, just like this. Yeah, I show you.
Mhm.
Okay, gangguan. Sorry.
Gangguan.
Pecah tuh. Yes. We can see
Oh yeah.
the review eh, the result of drone deploy
Mhm.
and the result of Google Maps. It's kind of like same, right? So I use Google Maps instead of drone deploy.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So in here I got the information
Mhm.
first. Sometimes they put the number, might be the owner number or something. Just so I have a gun. I have a bullet like before I'm going.
You have a gun. You
Yeah.
have a bullet. All right. Cool. Second Amendment. Cool. Interesting. Okay, so you're using drone deploy, and then you're
then
pivoting back to Google
when
Maps. Okay.
yeah, and then and next why I really happy to use Google Maps because there's indicate the new buildings here, just like this, right? The selfie pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Cell, sorry, selfie pipe. There's actually there's nothing there. Hey, sorry. Selfie pipes. Sorry. Mhm.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. There's nothing there yet, but there indicator that indicate that will be something there.
Very good.
So yeah, so no need. That's a clue for me.
That is a clue, actually. Yeah. Okay. So, how did you know to look for salty vibes before it existed?
If so, because I already went there, right?
Mhm.
Then and there nothing yet. So I think in the future, uh, like yeah, that's kind of like in the
In sixth sense.
No, I mean it's a reasonable question, right? So, how would you know that that was there if you didn't know it was there?
because I went there
Uh-huh.
before, and there's a apa?
Pathing.
Yeah.
So you found the location first, and then you found the Google Maps.
I already went there, and I found just like
Buffing.
just like someone will build something.
There's signs that there's buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Construction.
So are you using Google Maps to help find construction sites, or are you using construction sites to find locations on Google Maps?
But sir.
Okay.
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 Something. Yeah. Some.
Yes, to Diva.
Oh shit.
All right. Go ahead, Diva.
I don't know, but because you mentioned in your previous statement that you want to improve from like going to blank and passing from point A to
Yes,
B and to B,
yes.
but in the end, your statement is a little bit contradicts because you actually found the salty pipes
Yes.
because you went there first
Yes.
and you go to the Google
Yes.
Maps after, right?
I went there before, but I don't know there. I went and I came to this one before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not take a look of this because
Mm.
there's no one. So when I'm looking for in Google Maps that something there, so I that's indicate like oh there's will be something.
Oh, you
happen
were
there.
looking for salty pipes. You were looking at that
Molokai.
Molokai, and then
Yeah,
you found out that there's
yeah, there will indicate. So I need to come back again in the future.
The same issue with Sophie Villa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Sophie, you're looking for Sophie and after that you find another one.
Yeah.
So you're using basically offline and online conjunction. Okay. To find what else might be in the area. All right. What would you do with salty vibes then? Let's say you have it now. There's no contact number. There's no anything here. So what's the?
So this is just for example, to be honest, sir.
Okay.
Just like okay, this is an indicator that might be something happen in the future, right? So when I'm canvassing dingin, I will go there, and if there's a tukang or
Mhm.
contraction, I'm looking for the other number for sure.
Okay. Interesting. So it's a way of discovering a little bit more by combining two techniques
Yeah.
into one. All right. Please bring us through the rest of it. Yeah.
Okay, and this is quality leads. Yeah. The first one is Amazon Villa, and the second one of Padi Padi. Why Amazon Villa is for me it's quality leads because the owner of the Maison Villa is like chief of the village.
Oh,
Chicken.
he's
Yeah,
the chief of the village. Wow. Okay. That's very good.
kind of like chief of village, but chief in Banjar.
Very good.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a quality leads because yeah in Banjar in Balinese they have a meeting traditional meeting every month so
Mhm.
maybe in the future when his friend have new property and they know we are handle their villa so that's I hope that be word of mouth so yeah in the future I hope that from here the owner will come to us by themselves.
Okay.
To purchase.
Interesting. All right.
And padi why padi have a similarity of Maison Villa. Pak Alan have a huge relation uh, with the owner in the Canggu. So if we get this one and we can doing good,
Mhm.
I think yeah I think we it's like easy to get another house.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, this is. I remember this
We did this together. Yeah, on the first day.
the the first lead ever in
Mhm.
movie
That's right. I do remember
when
that.
we changed to Jimbaran area and found Kampung Kur. I remember too when we made a video call with the Pak Hendra when we in America,
Mhm.
and then this is such a good property,
Mhm.
good location, but when Vena made a call, we contact the owner. Uh, they say that
They even work with us.
yeah,
So what?
They even work with us, but
What's the name of the owner?
experience.
Olivier. Yeah,
I think so.
Olivier.
I mean, like, you put travel in there, right?
Yeah.
So, but I guess what Trisna is trying to say is that
Yeah.
as a lead generator, he now has the eye to see
Mm.
quality products.
yeah.
Yes.
And then this is Vilas.
Yeah, Olivier.
Oh, God.
Kembar in Nusa Dua.
Just a shirt there, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, from my what? As a lead generator, I bring 10 property to the company, Lokalita, Alam Joglo, Raira, Blue Apsara, Blue Maya, Amazon, Rumah Teman Kutu, Sini Mesari, and the Metan Gasas, and here, Belize Villa Uluwatu.
Mm.
So, and then last, this is
Wow.
the area. Ubud Canggu Nusa Tenggara Barat Cinikan.
So a lot of traveling.
Ran Uluwatu
Right.
ingin seminyak and Nusa Dua.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, so that covers impact to sales and impact to growth. Are there any questions or any discussion about Trisha's work here? Okay,
Yes,
over to Diva.
I actually have 4 questions.
Okay.
So the first one, I'm curious, how do you define a quality leads as a lead gen? Because the last time I remember, it's different the way that you did just describe it right now compared to the list that the market builders usually give me to produce ads and stuff to have the filter the qualified leads.
Yeah.
How do you define quality leads?
Define.
Quality leads because
Define.
because you mentioned that you think that the chief binder is a quality lead, right?
Yeah.
But you mentioned that the reason is actually because the owner is the chief of a binder. But that's actually different from the list that Andy actually gave me
I
as in
see.
terms of quality
see.
leads. So yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Amazon such a yeah. I mean like why the owner why that's a quality leads because they have because Ba have a relation with the others. Yeah, and my feeling, miss my feeling right now. Sorry that because when mm, I'm went to the leads one of the leads and I say yeah we handle Amazon and they already know about Amazon. They already know about the owner. That's why I'm I say that quality leads that will bring. I hope that I believe that will bring more properties in the future. Yeah, that's why I'm say that quality leads because in quality in a relationship, quality and partnership.
By the way, can I cover the because I know like what he's working with, so I think I got what you mean and what Tristan means actually. So can I?
Yes,
Okay.
Vena, the floor.
So actually, like me and Tristan, we've been working together before, and we created the market developer framework. So if Diva's question is about like a house, actually, Trisna, how to say, created how to define qualified leads. So Trisna actually already like we do pairing, right? And after that, we already have the indicator, which is indicator scoring for canvassing. And in here, like because Trisna already mentioned everything's there, he's fine from the online, and after that, fine from the offline, right? So if you want to know, like here's the things, we already define it. So based on the area, actually like we have like since the mapping, and after that like how to define the OTA if we looking from the OTA side, and after that like property information if we find it like physical. So and actually like we already put it more, which is the owner information, and it's not there before, and like Tristan also realized about it. So the things like when you mentioned about it, so Trisna, either it's coming from like how to say like online, offline. We already have the standard for it, and after that, like from this framework, we created the type form. Like people know about like CRM lead, so it's actually like based on when we work together, we define the how to say the qualified leads. So actually, we already have this one. But what Trisna means about like the partnership and else is like added value for it, which is even like you find the description of each property like based on like their building, they have a swimming pool and everything because it's the basic, right? But another added value for this kind of property is about the connection for like long term.
Okay.
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 Back to Diva.
My follow-up question will be: what if the case is that you found an owner that have a let's say you have another chief manager, right?
Yeah.
But his property sucks. Do you consider that as a quality lead?
No, not really. Because why I'm using because the product is so good so far. Yes, the Amazon so good. I meet a lot of cheap banjar have property that not qualified and
Okay.
I don't get into review.
And then the number that you put on your first evidence, is that the number of qualified leads or like just total leads?
Qualified leads. Yeah.
Qualified leads, yeah, okay, alright. So your conversion from leads to closing deal is actually 158 to 10, which is, yes, thank you,
6%.
6%, yeah, alright.
So this is, bear in mind, this is not just this is not a market developer's number. This is an MD's number.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
I'm here to like, I'm here as a committee to like, once again, like I said, right, assessing the MD's work, right, not the gen, right?
So I give everybody some context first.
Alright, okay.
So basically, actually, Diva wasn't sure if she should be part of this committee because she actually doesn't really see and work very closely with
Not a direct client.
not a direct client from market
If we're
building.
looking for like lead gen to content, right?
Correct. So now all
So
she
I'm
can
assessing
assess
MD
is just
without-
based on MD.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, from last question though, as a lead gen, probably this is the answer, the question that you can answer from all of this method that you're trying. Which one are producing the most quality leads though?
So far by canvassing.
Still offline canvas.
Yeah, because I'm using with OTA since January, right? And then I'm canvassing since September. So far, yeah, canvassing. But you know, what happened in December? I'm got fewer leads. Yeah, just because of that, because canvassing. So I feel like I already cover all area. Yeah. So that's why right now I'm using this one OTA, but I'm more like to use this OTA. So yeah, there's no more than canvassing. So I have target, but I also canvassing and do it that in the same time. So still.
Okay, that'll be all.
Okay. Let me I had a few questions too. So this is related. I think, yeah, thank you, Deepa, for bringing up the conversion rate. The other part I want to also ask, Tris, is I'm also going to look at, let's say, the revenue to lead rate, right? So if we take a look at the global revenue created, it's been about 19,000, right? 19,431. And we take a look at the number of leads.
It's wrong, sir.
It's wrong. This is wrong. What should it be?
This is a new update, right?
Right.
Can I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. 1 plus. Sorry, guys. 7 2 8 6 plus 10
Good.
5 7 plus 2 5 3 9 yes plus 2 1 4 5 plus yeah is that the right number?
Is this already updated, Trisna?
Yeah.
Based on today's numbers?
Yeah, to this number.
Today's numbers.
Okay.
Okay.
11. So sorry guys for sorry. Song 7 2 8 6 10 yes.
Okay. Let me check something real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I think you have to point zero. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, all right.
Sorry, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this inclusive of to date, meaning from Trisna? When you're adding these numbers, are these like, say for example, a property has been onboarded in September? Are you looking at next 6 months, or do you calculate the months ever since it started?
Yes.
Ever since it started
Yes.
also. Oh, okay. Your picture shows this next 6 months.
next one.
I only take the pic. Yes.
No, okay. I suspect this is not full revenue. You get what I mean, right? You
Okay.
know what I mean, Jing?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Okay.
But it's also I want to illustrate something, right? Tris, we have to actually know what the overall impact is,
Yeah.
and part of understanding is understanding how to measure your own progress.
Yes.
You should understand how to measure how much revenue you've accumulated. Okay, let's go with this, right? Let's go with that. You brought in $21,742, right? And then you divide that, let's say, by 158. So that brings us to about $137 per lead, right now. So I don't know if we have been actually implementing, because I'm not, all the other chapters have their KPIs, right? For market building, has there ever been a KPI related to revenue to lead
That's
or?
what we're trying to set up until
Okay.
Rigor came in. So
Okay.
yeah, that will be my own KPI for this month.
Great. Okay, so obviously a higher number per lead would be better, right? It would be better if we were able to, let's say, do less leads and get a high revenue, because that would indicate more efficiency, right?
Yeah.
That we're actually going after stuff that is getting better. What I'm looking for in terms of, let's say, process competency for this particular dimension is this process getting better, and is it getting actually improved to conversion rates?
Yeah.
If we take, let's say, look at content when they first started, they probably did not have a 90% instant book rate. They might have only a 60 or 70% instant book rate. But if we see that instant book rate is going up higher, then that is how we can confirm competency, right? From this discussion, what I've seen that allows me to understand actually activity competency is that you've been evolving your lead generation method. Instead of blind canvassing, now you have a structured way of canvassing. But also an evolution of, let's say, efficiency is also important. An evolution of, let's say, conversion efficiency from lead to closed deal, and also efficiency from revenue to leads. So fewer leads to higher revenues would be efficiency. That means that like it's like you're a baseball player. Every time that you connect, you get a hit. So that's that's good, right? But maybe higher hit ratio per pitch. I don't know if there's a football analogy to express that, so it's a little bit well done, but I was hoping to get that. Okay, interesting, really interesting stuff. Let's continue. Or does anybody have any other comments?
Actually, I wouldn't say that his KPI is conversion. Actually, I would say his KPI is to increase his number.
Oh.
Yeah. So what is important is that he's able to then ensure that number one, when we say qualified, this is a property that is not up for long-term rent. It is already for short-term rent. The owner is already considering this. It is based on a BB qualified, meaning it has a pool, it has all the knickknacks, right? So I would say, and we all know that there are drop-offs, very much like how HR candidates are coming through the pipeline. If you only have 5 HR candidates, right, and you definitely know that you cannot convert all of them, there will be a high drop-off rate. So the idea is to increase the volume, which is what I'm trying to get Trisna to do. So Trishna's KPI, I feel, should still be actually the volume and the number of leads that's coming in, because we can expect somewhere along the way there will be drop-offs. What we are trying to do is to minimize that drop-off. But minimizing that drop-off is where Vanna comes in. Trishna's KPI is still to increase, and which is also on the same thread of efficiency. So this is why he has tried to pivot or rather try to merge online and offline methods together to come and find more properties, which is why at the start of the promotion paper, we are looking at the number of increased property he can get month on month. So except with the exception of December, I think Trishna has tried to increase his number of properties coming in.
Okay. All right. So Trishna's following the strategy that has been set by his chapter lead on increasing the volume. Okay. And that's why we're looking at essentially how many movements there are towards increase versus how many movements there are towards decreasing.
Yes.
Then that will raise another question for me then.
Yes.
Well, I feel that if you want to play it that way, it kind of have a double standard between agent and DM promoting leads.
DM.
Right, because
Okay.
DM then.
Same amount of noises, right? Because it's not.
No. Okay. So your quality of leads is not there yet, because I defer to Vanna for this. Vanna has looked at in your actual DM leads, there is one lead that came to us with a partnership. There is another lead that came to us, which is what again?
Looking for job.
Looking for what again? Sorry, job. Looking for a job. There's another lead that came from Mumbo. Trishna will never find a property in Mumbo because he knows that is a dead area, right?
But then it's just a question of conversion to conversion, right?
Yeah. So I would say, so now we're talking about DM leads versus lead, market developers leads, right? So your quality is not there yet. It's different because he's actually there to see the property. He's actually there already finding out information from the tukang.
Okay, I'm going to limit the scope of this discussion. Otherwise, it gets to Trishna's promotion.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Given the fact that we are approaching this, Nunley is in charge of defining the KPIs for Trish. I think he is following what he has been instructed to do at this point, right? We can have another discussion about what it should be or what ideally it could be in a different sense. But okay, all right. It does definitely look like the lead numbers are increasing and there is growth in that particular dimension. Okay, of course. Yeah. Let's go on to the next subject. So, quality of leads. Okay, and yes, Trisna is able to identify the quality of leads. Have we closed any of these quality of leads just by any? Okay, all right. Okay, so identification, but okay, all right. Let's go on to, okay, these are the deals that have been closed. Very good. And let's talk about teamwork. All right, Tris.
Okay, the first section is name is Hanover when she returned to Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with a friend. I went to Pak Alan Padi Luxury Canggu in Canggu, business in Canggu, and end up with revenue projection, right? So number second is Nangli to Wayana Hanover when you and Wayana went to Japan, and end up with got signature from Putrinosa owner.
Hmm?
So because I have needed to be like a bridge
Okay, got it.
So help Wayana pitch the owner and go when she take a day off.
Okay.
So this actually end up with a revenue projection, but
Okay.
the figures was changed, right? So it's still stuck, but
Got
we're
it.
still in contact. We're still in contact right now
Got
to and guiding Iksan and Gita
Yep.
the trials
Mhm.
and we over them the contracts, right? But
Mhm.
they okay. Relationship building with the owners, to get trust from the beginning is here for hosting team to continue the relationship properly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're cooking, and happen not to qualify leads that come through from the other source, so like the end from so like Arjuna, we are not sure that qualify right or not. So I went there and to checklist, and they have amazing fill out actually.
Okay.
So that's all. From
Okay.
the-
For teamwork.
from the-
I just had an idea. I might want to try to start implementing this. This might actually make it easier as we get towards the end of the promotion review. What I see here is wait. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. Actually, what qualifications do you see this type of work being? Let's go to Tendi. Let's bring you in. Tendi, what type of work is this? Is this PJI, PJC? Is this
This is
PCE? Is this
PCI.
PCI? Okay. All right. Let's go to Vena. Vena, what do you think this is? Is this anything beyond PCI work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, agree with and
Okay. All right. Let's go to Shithya. Shithya. What other qualifications are here? Is this PCI, PCE, LI, LC? What do you see here?
I see the PCI
Okay.
and also the PCC because
Work. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Deba, what do you see here? Any agreements or disagreements?
I think it's involvement in 3 stages:
Okay.
PCI, PJI, and LI. Because
Okay.
Trisna involved in the delegation that the leaders are asking him.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's go to Nungli. Nungli, what do you think this is? Do you have any agreements or disagreements about these?
LI not sure, but PJI I think yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, we should all be clear on this because we're going to be doing this a few times, right? So we should have same vocabulary. This is what I think. Without understanding what the results of this activity are, I cannot understand if it's BCC or not, right? If it's process competency. Going to, let's say, do a handover, but what happened afterwards, right? Did the deal happen? Yes, we could go out there and we could sit in the chair. I'm not saying that this is all you did, right? You can go and you can sit in the chair and you could represent somebody. But if the deal doesn't close, that's more like I would give that credit for LI as okay. Thank you for doing this, for stepping up. But we need to know one more column. What this is not result. This is activity, right? Result is what happened after you did the activity, and then we would know. So, Tris, I need to know in order to give a better picture. Oh, would we agree on that? Do we agree? Yeah. Okay. So, DB agrees. Natalie?
Okay. So, question is how? I think maybe for a okay. So, like in the sense, like when the handover happens, right? Since we're talking in the context of teamwork, without Trishna, it doesn't mean that he's taking over entirely. He's helping the process in the middle, and then he passes the job back to me.
That's fine.
Right?
Right.
So then he doesn't have full control or involvement in the whole entire work as well. So let's just say, for example, whether a deal closes or it doesn't close, right? If it closes, this is not entirely Trishna's credit as well, right? This is also my involvement as well. So when we talk about results and we want to link it directly to whether a deal is closed or not, I think that's a bit difficult and a bit skewed in that sense. Using my example,
Okay.
so let's just say, I was away. Trishna helps me, say for example, arrange a first meeting, explains to the owner basic what BD is, looks at the property, takes some photos, right? But eventually it is me to close the deal, correct?
Right.
So let's just say I close the deal, but then would you consider that as Trishna's full involvement in that? Would you credit Trishna fully for that then?
I wouldn't credit fully, but
yeah.
the opposite, I
Uh-huh.
would, let's say, it's like if there is a bridge, then there should be cars that can pass through it, right? But if there is no bridge, then the cars would drop off,
Alright.
if that's the case. So any deal that succeeds because of Trishna's involvement in any stage of it is not an indication that Trishna actually helped do the entire deal, but it's at least an indication that he did not lose the deal, right? Whereas somebody who is not process competent would, let's say, it would always drop off
So
in the middle part. So it's not proof of process competency if there is, let's say, success, right? But it is proof of, let's say, not if there is no success after there's been a bridge.
So in this case, the context is that he has helped with handovers,
Yes.
which is why we've included activities versus actual results, because we know that, like I said, right, he's not involved in the whole entire process. So I think at the end of it, the result is, did he do his job or not? Process competency, right? Did he do it or not? I asked Trishna to do this. Did he do it? Did he follow up? Isn't that PCC?
In terms of, okay, so, all right, that's interesting. All right, so we're reframing this, or actually we're correcting the framing of this to the framework of teamwork rather than the process of, let's say, closing a deal, right? So the process of teamwork is that this person is competently engaged in that teamwork.
Okay, I know how to answer your question.
Yes.
So Trishna's contribution with regards to teamwork is that the number of leads that he has brought in, then that is his contribution as a market developer.
Okay.
Right? So
Got it.
I mean, if you want to see teamwork in a result sense, in a
Mhm.
finite number, then Trishna has contributed 178 leads.
Okay, got it.
That is his contribution. But I'm looking at more in teamwork. I think here we're talking about helping each another, right?
More like
Support.
LI then, yeah?
Yeah, like
Right.
support, right? If like say for example, Jane, today you had to, like when you went on a holiday, did Vita step up
Right.
to help you? And did she, of course, did she make a mess out of it? Then that is something for you to kind of decide. But if she made a mess out of it, that means she didn't do her activity then. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Diva. Diva, you still have some
doubts.
reservations, yeah.
You're the one raising the questions.
But actually, this is kind of odd too, since we discussed it, because Noli didn't actually give LI, but this would be LI credit then. Or what kind of credit is this then? Noli, is this
I
LI
think
credit or not
see
LI credit?
leadership involvement, because there is essentially you are following somebody else's lead.
That's LI.
That's why I mentioned LI.
You're a good follower. It is leadership involvement.
You're following the current process of relations meticulously.
As opposed
to the T.
As opposed to being like, let's say, completely uncoachable and veering off path and having to frequently be brought back to base again.
Or you have to constantly monitor and ask you.
There is no reliability.
Right. So okay, since we have let's clarify this, right? So we're all on the same page. Of course, this will take a few iterations to get right, but let's clarify what LI means, right? Because we want to be sure. LI is strong core value fit, strong role fit, ownership characteristics, and ability to demonstrate great follower ability, seeks guidance and mentorship, owning their personal development, and earning their own training. So in the aspect of, let's say, teamwork, it would be, did this person exemplify the same core values as you would have during the handover? Does this person exemplify the same role characteristics as you? Does this person ask, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. Does this seem right?
I find it hard to fit LI in, to be honest. I think follower capabilities is I agree with what has been written on the career matrix, but in this case, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think. I find that Trishna definitely has been a great help, because he's able to follow the process.
Yes.
It is essentially following a
The current
process.
process.
So if we're talking about being a follower, then how does that differ from PCC then? PCI, sorry, thank you very much.
PCI is different in the sense of one is, let's say, I'd say the action, and the other is more like the intent and the approach, right? So a PCI person just follows the process, but they might begrudgingly follow it, right? Or they might not ever ask for like clarification, or they don't intend to grow, or they just are, let's say, doing it. Somebody who's LI is stepping up and saying, "Hey, look, how do I do this better? How do I do this?"
Okay.
Yeah.
Then in this case, I would say that like Trishna has not just taken my instructions, but he has also clarified with me on multiple occasions that like, okay, so do we do this or do we do that? Like, and
That's
then do
seeking
you need
guidance
me-
and mentorship.
Yeah, and do you need me to set up a meeting? So I guess in that sense, LI.
Ownership characteristics.
Okay.
Basically, it's a step to being a leader, right? You can't be a leader if you don't care about details, or if you're just
Yes.
like, okay, I'm just here to collect a check and
Yeah.
screw what happens next. Okay, all right, good. We're building progress then. Yeah, we're making steps. Okay, I would like to go back to the beginning to this part again and score this, right? So that towards the end we will have more. It'll just collapse down and we won't have big long debates. Okay, so on this particular where did you go? Impact to sales. Further up? Okay, further up. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any nominations for what this represents? I'll start with Diva.
PCC.
PCC. Okay, great. All right. Anybody debate that? Anybody would like to challenge that? Okay, Tendi, what would you say?
I think this is PC8.
PCE? Okay, yeah, definitely. If you have one, probably.
No, I mean PC8.
Okay.
Echo. PC.
Oh, PCE. Oh, process excellence. Okay, all right. Let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia, what would you like to suggest?
I think it will be PCG.
PCG. Okay. There's a,
PCG.
PGC.
okay.
PGC.
All right. Let's go to oh, I forgot to include Wyana. Wyana, you work closely with Chris. What's your call on this one? You're muted. Good. You're still muted. Okay.
PCE.
PCE. Okay. Meaning this, right? The one that's already stated. Okay. All right. Let's go to Nungli. Nungli, any thoughts?
I think PCC has been said, right?
Yeah.
PJC has it been? Sorry, I can't
Yeah, it's been said. Okay.
Okay, and I think this for impact to sales, LI.
Okay. Impact sales LI.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussions? No? Okay. All right. So let's talk about PJC. Nungli, why do you give PJC?
Okay, so for Trishna, he's not just, if you look at some of his, these are a output of canvassing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he has done more than just one method of canvassing. He has canvassing online, whether it's OTA, drone, is all considered a project in the market developer's scope of work. So henceforth, I think he's able to create his own projects and manage his own projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Test, Tris. Get this answer right. What is the greatest challenge to solve for lead generation?
Greatest challenge
Uh-huh.
for the generation.
Yeah.
I think just stamina, sir.
That's a challenge that you face.
Yeah, when you have energy, just like oh shit, and you have stamina, so you can smile to everyone. Like,
Okay, but what's the biggest problem that you're solving?
yeah.
What's the biggest problem that you're solving, let's say, for lead generation?
My biggest I'm sort of like sharpen myself right before I'm going there, before I'm going blind canvassing. So I have,
Okay.
yeah, that's the biggest challenge.
So efficiency then, yeah?
Mm.
Okay. All right, good. All right, that's important.
I will have to say one more thing, efficiency and quality.
Okay, efficiency and quality, of course, yeah. Okay, all right, so we have agreement here. Does anybody have any challenges to any of these qualities that have been mentioned? No? Okay. All right, good. This is a new idea. I thought this will actually make things work faster. So, okay, let's continue. This is also good because later on when we check everybody's results, we can see like, oh, okay, all right, do we agree or do we not agree? All right, Tris, please continue. Tell us more. After teamwork, you're going to talk about communication.
So, well, it's on the trailer. So, since the new chapter, I'm not touch trailer again.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, Fena and I was with Bayu, with yourself, create type form so I can upload the photo, the information in the same time.
Mhm.
So in the type form, there's a contact, the information of the number,
Yeah.
the owner, the information of the property,
Got it.
and the location. So and the photo of the so this is effective
Okay.
for me. So because I can upload it on the spot.
Yes.
So there's skills,
Okay.
and then personal sync up with Nangli, so I'm here as well to maximize my direction week to week, month to month. So yeah, she helped me as well to create onboarding book too. Thank you, Nangli. So my onboarding book I put what I got there all that and use it into my personal.
Yep. Okay.
So then all MBC Cup. So in MBC Cup that I know that my list already, let's say already like already signed that I feel happy there.
Okay.
So
Very good.
in case that my spirit it's again. So,
Okay. You feel renewed every time there's a deal, huh? Like it's actually working. Okay. Good. Continue.
So yeah, so this is filter and serum, master, so like imagine again. So it come from the end. There's no check that's qualified or not yet.
Okay.
So I'm going there to check it and yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, when I'm canvassing, when I'm going villa and I'm only mid stuff just to get the other number,
Mm-hmm.
I act like I'm going to rent it.
Okay. Okay. Very good.
So yeah, I want to rent it. And if I'm with the owner,
Uh-huh.
then I will say I'm going.
Okay. Very good.
And I guess that's I'm saying.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Tris. Okay. Let's discuss this. Does anybody want to suggest any metrics for categorization of this work? Let's go to Tendi. Tendi, what do you think this work is?
PCC.
PCC. Okay. All right. Nungli?
PCC also,
Yep.
JI and LI.
Okay, PJI and LI. Okay. All right. Dito? Ditto, yeah? Okay. All right. Nena? PC. Okay. All right. Covers. And... Okay. That's pretty much. Process excellence, yeah? Oh, actually, that reminds me of something. I just remembered. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? All right. Any other Tris? Oh wait, sorry, Tris. What do I mean? Cynthia.
PGI, sir.
Okay.
Exact.
Okay. I'm gonna disagree with Vena on PCE because PCE means that you are essentially inventing new communication processes, right? You are actually creating projects that change the way we communicate. Now, we can ask about, let's say, the origins of this, right?
Yeah.
Who created this type form?
Okay, so I don't know.
Vena created it.
Okay.
Okay, Vena created it. Okay, done. So that's it, right? So that can't be PCE, right? So PCE is if you create the processes that then make things better, then that's PCE. So in this case, Vena could actually ask for credit for that, or whoever created it. But is there any other case that Tris created a process that made things better for communication?
For my part, like everything's like so in here, I think first of all, when the first time I entered here, right? So I didn't see like I know like there's a standard, but after that, like me and Chris we discussed about this one, and after that like Chris figured it out. Like another part also like like whether he's trying to make sure like is it like the qualified people or not.
Mhm.
So this one, I don't know like what is the thing that you put as a credit on. If you think like where's the idea come from, yes, it is from me. But the things like the first place when we trying to create this one, so actually the framework is there, which is this one is actually like another milestone from the framework. So the framework is the first one when you say what you want to change the flow. So there is the first one like the process flow for the MV part.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about some examples of PCE so we can all be on the same page, right? Let's say who's motioning for a change in the calendar? Oh, that's probably you, right? That if we actually move everybody over would be process excellence. Because currently one of the big problems everyone feels right now is how do I get access to a person that I need to talk to? They're not in the same room, or everyone's remote working, so that's kind of a valid problem. And anybody who can actually get everybody to switch over to that, that's process excellence. Let's talk about let's say getting everyone to uh, night shift, right? That was the problem. We couldn't get everybody to answer their phones at all hours, so somebody had to invent a new process, and so that was invented, and that was process excellence. The MB stack, right? The MB teams used to be all going off like as solo heroes, but then we decided that the stack would work. That's a new process, and that resulted in far more efficiency, right? So that's process excellence. So that's what we mean by process excellence. You essentially you see the problem, you then invent a solution, and then that's creative, that's the original. So that's process excellence. Okay. So all right. So we'll probably have to take that back, yes, right? Okay. All right. Well, it's good to debate. It's good to talk. Then we all are more clear about what this means. And actually, that reminds me up here. Somebody put PCE here too on impact to growth. Uh, okay, so this one I think is also debatable then, right? On the idea of impact to growth. Process excellence on lead generation would be actually maybe we're talking about this, yeah? Um, do you feel like Trisha solved the problems with lead generation and lead?
Well, okay, this is also one of my constant battles. It's very hard sometimes to measure whether somebody has grown exponentially or not in the case of PCE when you have no benchmark previously. So, but what I do see is that there is continuous growth. PCE in this case, I don't think this is PCE yet. I think Trishna definitely has the capabilities to bring this forward, but at this stage, not yet.
Okay.
I think we're hovering around 30 all the time. You can get 60, that's PCE.
Ah, there you go. Actually, yeah. Or increase the conversion ratio. Or no, wait, increase the number because we're talking about numbers now. Okay. So PCE means that you can critique and reinvent the process. So currently it was going this way. You go, wait, this is all not right. I can imagine a way that this can be done better, and it aligns with the company vision and extends the current capacity, resulting in improved efficiency and effectiveness. Okay, so that's okay. I mean, we're not, this isn't part of the qualification, so this is extra credit if it goes in. Okay, let's continue then. Trish, next one to past communications.
After communication, we go
Almost done, guys. Okay. Hospitality.
hospitality. Yes. Yeah, everything of course. I always say from owner to owner, from property to owners, from tukang to tukang, from staff to staff that I'm from Bukit Vista. We handle properties close to you, like Amazon, like something in Canggu, something in Uluwatu, something in Bingin. Yeah, that's always say that I'm from UP.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, this is like have tendy to bring guest members from Uluwatu to Ubud because the guests like to UK already,
Mhm.
and I give to her friend in Ubud, sorry, from Uluwatu, and then help Nengli to deliver a box to from base to rumah temanku to Ubud.
Wow. Okay. All right. Great stuff. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. We need some nominations. Tendi, what would you nominate this for? Metrics.
PCI.
Okay. PCI. Okay. Diva.
EJI.
PJI. Okay. Nungli.
Same as the two PC and PCI and JI.
Okay. All right. Vanna. PCI. Okay. Shintia.
Oh, for me, it's LA. LI.
LI. Okay. Ooh, dare to be different. Okay. And Wayana, what would you nominate this for? PCI. Okay. Babe, you're muted, so you'll have to activate your microphone.
PCI, it's already there.
Okay.
Sorry. I see.
All right.
Internet.
Okay. Any debates? Any discussions about this? Diva wants to discuss. Okay.
No, I think we should to discuss. It will help and improve as well.
Yeah, I'll discuss.
Let's discuss.
Okay.
Alright.
Trisna is like a lion, no worry. Bukan that one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Tristan is built out of nails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Diva.
No, it's not a debate though, but I think like topics like the teamwork, hospitality, it's still like related to your goals as well. Like how are you hospitable as region? How are you hospitable as content as well?
Mm.
Yeah, but yes, actually the evidences support the hospitality sides of treatment that are actually helping like the team or right? Not basically
Good point.
not a region kind of
Yeah.
hospitality. Yeah, just not a debate, just
It's good. It's good.
Okay. That's actually a pretty good point. In the focus of, let's say, a lead generator, I think hospitality should be actually how you make it easier for, let's say, your client, and you make it easier for the owners, and you create that. This part is there. I'm just going to know more evidence. I mean, like, you know, you say it's been done, but how do we know that? I know. It becomes one of those things where, yeah, we just have to trust you, right? Like on that one. But ideally, if you could say, hey, look, you know, I did a survey, and now, like, you know, 20% people more know about Bukit Vista in this area because I've been hospitable. Not saying that that's easy to do either. That's kind of a difficult measurement. But in the context of a lead generator, let's go to imagine no lead for ideas. What do you think hospitality means for somebody doing a lead generator?
I think for lead gen, with different clients, one is definitely partners.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you extend and showcase? Because lead generator is the first impression
Yes.
that the process is.
Mhm.
You essentially embody all, you should embody all of BD, right? So the other I see is actually internal employees. So I think we need to be hospitable to each another as well. As for the evidence, I believe Trishna has it somewhere. He just needs to go and dig for it. Again.
So true.
I think he has it.
Actually, I saw the one that he mentioned before. I think in that actually also an add-on of hospitality from Aiken. You're putting some filters to make Dana's job easier, actually, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, though. Like filters the you did that for yourself.
Which one?
Well, say what you think it is first. Otherwise,
The list come from DM, and
You mentioned some filters somewhere between
Is
the.
it iPhone?
no, yeah, I get
No,
it.
but
Uh,
No.
The leads come from DM. That's not qualified yet, right? So I filter it to come to the
That's it.
browser
That's the one,
directly.
yeah.
Then
I saw what you mean. So actually, like there's a lead, right? So at the time, like we have the problem when the condition lead that coming from the air, it's not
Yeah.
qualified
Yeah.
yet. So like
You signed him to.
yeah, I told Trisna to you know like we can try another way to make sure like DM lead is qualified or not, which is to send how to say lead generator to those people because they answer my call and after they tell about the address and Trisna the one who will make sure. Yeah, because photo is nothing that a photo is nothing that you can trust anymore.
No, you cannot trust photos anymore.
You cannot trust.
And yeah, that was the kind of product that I actually expect coming from LinkedIn in terms of like hospitality. Like little things, little justifying things that you can help others to like work faster, better, stronger, faster, better, faster.
But that is more internal hospitality.
Yeah,
right?
right. That's my context.
Okay, that's true.
So zooming out, okay, well put. The two clients are the external and their internal priorities. Vena has expressed her support of the internals, which I guess she would be the most immediate client to Trish's work.
Like, I haven't said that before.
Okay. All right. PJ, I need to understand this more. Were there any projects that are trying to enhance hospitality by market builders that Trishna participated in?
Another hospitality that Trisna provide actually, I have another one.
Sure.
So when
Three people waking up, it's like MD promotion.
well, let's focus. Well, let's get through this. Yeah.
So actually, like there is a condition where I told you before about like if there is a high season for the guests who come in, it's the low season for MD, right? So it's kind of like I don't know, like everyone would trust me or not, but it's real. Man, Trisna discuss about this one because the owner is busy. They go for holiday, and like the villa is like fully booked, and they think like they were gonna survive until forever. So the condition, like me and Trisna think about it, and I say like Trisna, how we can find like the best lead for qualified lead for our company. So Trisna and me like we talk about this one, and where's the online come from? So that's why it's come like only like it's kind of like last December and the first Jan, and like where's this come from? So Trisna being hospital like Trisna act like how the like provide me the hospitality, which is when we figure out the problem, and Trisna give me like okay, this is the condition in the field.
Okay. Good teamwork.
Yeah, and teamwork and like he's the hospitable for me as a client who provide the information for me.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you for that. I still need to ask.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What sort of projects have been done inside market building to improve hospitality?
Okay, so the two of I believe Trisna was helping Wayana on her Nusa Penida community events.
Yeah.
Yes?
Okay, good.
That is
Community management, right?
That is
That's
community is a
back into the because it's somewhere between market builders and HAR, right?
I mean, let's put it this way. The person who is doing community management is still an MD, right? So
That's true. Wait, is it Joel? Is it MD?
Joel is still in the early stage of that his work.
Okay.
So I would say so PJI. I believe you have Wayana. So, but I think Wayana can speak on that one.
Why not speak on the projects that MB are working on to improve hospitality and how Trisna has helped?
Before in Penida, I was like doing the full stack, and Trisna actually helped me while I'm taking care the community. He helped me to discover more area.
Yes.
Hey, look, Trisha's doing hospitality right now. He's looking at communicate. All right. Okay. During the middle of his own review. Wow. Okay. All right. Very. Okay. Okay. So there are projects, and Trisna is involved in these projects. I just wanted to double check on that. And yes, I believe the LI is there. It's just a matter of finding the evidence. I believe he does take hospitality in a forthright way. Okay. Let's continue. Last two, innovation and ownership. Okay, innovation. Tell us what kind of innovations you
Yeah,
got.
I said before that I got new conversing method that one from Marketplace, Facebook, from Google Maps, and from OTA.
Okay.
So here, it's just interesting.
Okay, good. All right, I'm always interested. Yeah, tell me more.
So in how did I get Bazaar Garden?
So,
I went to one of the projects in Sapedida.
Mhm.
So when I came search, it's like, I say that sir, I'm from Bukit Vista, blah blah. Yeah, and then blah 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 blah. No, then until I'm trying to talk a lot, right? Like
Okay.
muka tembok, like we
Okay.
say, and then until they said, to be honest, you come the. You, after I explain what BP service, they're like, so
And then?
you should come here 1 week ago. I already
Sign it.
I already have a partnership with one in Japan, and we talk a lot. And then and then he give me butter and garden. Oh, I have a friend. I have a friend to change their management,
Okay.
like butter and garden, like jukung, like that. And then that's how I get the butter and garden mix.
I think that's an act of hospitality, actually. You were so hospitable, and they liked you so much, they gave you their friends. Okay. All right, interesting. So that's a new process. Are you going to use that now from now on? Don't get a no. Say, who can you refer me to? That's your innovation. If you're asking innovation, that's your innovation, right? Your innovation is never take no, take a recommendation for another property. Huh?
So yeah,
Trisna, this is your February OKR, right? It's already there.
this
Partnership relationship.
yes, this actually there on January.
Okay, so you got this one from getting turned down at a previous place, but they gave you a new one. Okay. See, that's an innovation. You can keep on pivoting on that. Every time you share a note, say, hey, anybody else you recommend? Because I'm a cool guy. Because you like me. Because your friend liked me too, and they give me give them an example. Okay. All right. So yes. Okay. That is a novel way to get a lead. Yes. Okay. Next on.
Explore the new areas of Rasayan with that. And then
Wait, let's stop. Okay. All right. Let's ask for credit. Okay. Back over to Tendy. Tendy, what kind of credit would you give?
PCC.
Okay. PCC. Okay. Devo, what kind of credit would you give? PJC. Okay. All right. Natalie, what kind of credit would you like to give?
I think PCI has been said. No.
Not yet.
No.
But
So I think actually PCI, PJI, and LI.
okay, all right. Let's take a look at this. Okay. All right. To fully understand, let's say, competency, I would need to know how many deals came out of these particular results. How many of these are deals, sir?
from
Ginger House, Elysium, and Nova Guest House.
Those are examples, right?
yeah, that's the example.
The
Okay.
10 coastal that we mentioned.
No,
So-
not yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Okay. So we don't necessarily have competency yet. We have you are doing the part of innovation. You are innovating, yes. But when you have competency, it's like you've reached goal with the innovation, such that like let's say I'm trying to hire, so I try 1,000 different ways, right? But until I've hired somebody, until that person is, let's say, past a promotion, unless that's how I know I've hired correctly, right? From an HR point of view. So this is process involvement. You are getting involved, but to get competency, it would have to show result. Now, you do have a result here. Actually, I don't want you to forget.
Lokalita and Malam Joglo, sir.
Yes, to Tendi.
Yeah, the competency is he achieved the goal and got Lokalita and Malam Joglo. So that's why I put PCC.
Localita and Alam Joglo. And that
Yeah.
was a new area, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. All right, for that, once again, and this is why I tested you about the part before, right? You have to know when you've discovered something. If you have discovered something, then keep on doing it, because then that becomes process competency. Otherwise, it becomes just luck, right? So if you know that leading and asking for a referral is effective and you can get it, then make that part of your process, right? That could be an innovation that we all use. Maybe you can even pass it to Vena and like, hey, Vena, don't hang up the phone until you get one referral. Like, no from me, but okay, no from you, but Was there anybody else you know that might actually need that? Second area, Sayat. You found 2. That seems like pretty good. So it seems like you're investing in that area. So okay, good. Thank you, Tandy, for clarifying. Yes, I will. Would like to actually give you credit for that. Then there's process competency, but you have to keep on doing the process. Right. Okay. All right. Ownership. All right. Last subject. Tell us your methods of ownership.
The first line is I have annual event in Karangasem. So before because I feel like when I not achieve target, like shit, I'm feel like what happened in December.
Its motivation is fear.
It's like oh shit.
Uneasiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why I would like to push before.
Yep.
Before I'm lead.
Okay.
Yeah. So I push the lead. So no leha.
Yeah. What does leha mean?
I don't know.
Like
It's
validation.
so funny.
Stack up procrastination. Okay. All right. Cool.
And then
I got
Song? Huh? The song? Yeah,
Please continue. Please continue. Go ahead.
okay, this is like the teamwork, technically and software, and with Pak Alan, end up with the revenue projection. Untuk Wayana Snoper, end up with I got son from Putri Nusa 2, and help pitch the owner, and end up with revenue projection, and nurture the deal close for localita.
Okay. Got it. Cool. Excellent. Okay. Any comments on this for metric nominations? Back to Teddy. Teddy, any metric nominations?
This is for me is PCI.
PCI. Okay. To Vena. Oh, Vena, how you doing?
the B is like
I want to take sugar.
you guys can continue first.
Vena. Yeah.
Man down!
Woman down. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Still human.
Lady down. Okay, Vena. We'll excuse Vena. She just got stung by a bee. We need somebody to examine hospitality. Correct.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
I mean PCC.
PCC. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. And then to Diva.
Challenge, I think it's PCI because I think if you have an internal KPI already in your chapter or something, completing it, regardless you have any event or your personal event, is a business as usual in my opinion.
Okay. Yep. That's covering what work processes are already there. Okay. Rather than creating new processes. All right. Let's see. All right. Any other nominations? I'll give you an LI for that one. Yeah. You're going in and acting in good core values and strong ethics to get the things done. Okay. Any discussion? No. All right. We're towards the end home stretch, guys. Okay, so we're almost done. Okay, let's start. I'll start with the advisors first. Cynthia's back, so let's go with Cynthia first. Cynthia. Wait, Vena. Vena's out of Wayana. Okay, so Wayana Banana. Wayana, you have not given these score metrics to Tris, so Wayana is scoreless. But it's okay, she's an advisor, so we'll just go with what we have here. All right, Wayana says, I remember on Impacted Growth, I remember Tris when he started, he struggled with our system, but he learned quick about the flow and the mission as a lead generator. Okay, great. Teamwork. Teamwork, Trisna is good, have a good workflow with us, and he often offers to help close a deal, and I think he can do it, just need more practice. Yeah. Pursue owners and believe more in the mission. Leadership, he needs to improve. Okay. Communication. Communication is good, and he needs to work closely with Vena to work on which properties she should focus on or the other way so that it will be more effective. Okay. Tris is very hospitable and love to help others. I like his approach, and when I went to pitch with him, very good. Innovation. MB canvassing is awesome, but if he can start measuring what he did and pivot to become next level due to canvassing would be awesome. To get more leads and contacts, focus on the target that have more potential. Okay? And on ownership, Trish ownership is good, and he do things that he needs to do without having to tell him. All right, excellent. Okay, thank you very much, Wyatt. Okay, you are finished, Wyatt. You may be dismissed.
Thank you.
Okay, you should open up your mic so we can hear you. Hey, it's Mommy.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, my screen is kind of up. Oh,
Okay, bye-bye, Mommy.
bye. I'm gonna to see Pak Ketut and back at tonight.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is Vena. Vena has given PCI, PCC, and LI credit for impact growth. Says about Trish, you want to learn from the feedback, be able to admit something that doesn't know, and ask for help to get the learning. Very open to every feedback and new learning. Learning using his capacity means he is not good in doing Excel, but he asks for help, try to brainstorm and provide the good legacy to someone that might be his successor in the future. Really good. Okay, teamwork and leadership. He's a good person. We've got PCI, PCC, LI, LC. Good person to work with, able to help when from my side come with new workflow and need to change the way he's doing his activity, is open for the new change and able to follow the new one and understand the process faster. We both try to understand the need and the connection from both sides, doing the experiment to understand about our role connection. He's a good teammate to discuss new idea and increase the efficiency of the flow. Communication, PCI and LI. Kind of hard to communicate to his.
Yeah.
He kind of hard to communicate. He's tough to people that are not really close to him. But this is a spelling mistake. So this itself is this is questionable communication about communication. It's kind of funny. Okay, all right. I think it means tough. But okay. But he really have a good idea inside his mind. He's also really good on communicating with people in the field. He understands how to bring in conversation. For more improvement, Tristan might increase the ability to communicate what actually happened, which is the real condition, and what is inside his mind, and not always consider how if you make something wrong. Okay, good. Facts. All right, on hospitality, PCI and LI credit, he's able to help others, good on maintaining the connection and understanding the will. Blackout. Okay, all right, got it. Thank you, Cynthia. Understand the need of others well. Innovation, he is PCI, PCC. Coming up with the new idea of canvassing, which not only from the online side, but also from offline or manual, he's able to see the opportunity at every place. And just to make more sharp by communicating the focus area, ownership, PCI and LI, his ownership for his job, his company is something is not something we need to ask. Yeah, good. Okay, and he's able to see the beauty inside every flaw. He's passionate with his job and he's understand the market, the company. Okay, fantastic, very good. All right, great. So let's take a look at the next one. Next one I think is actual advice committee. Oh, this one's long. From Diva. Diva has given PCC, PJI, and LI credit for impact to growth. Trista has been a productive lead generator with a good number of leads coming through the pipeline. And so far, the deal is mostly clean, cleaner than the previous quarter of MB's performance. Would like to know the leads to MOU conversion numbers, and you got it. And on teamwork, PCI, PCC, PJI, LI. Curious on how Trish mentioned that he can build a relationship with the owner since the beginning, that he ended up gaining the owner's trust and a healthy business relationship. If Trisha knows this, this is working, is this applied to other properties too, or only to Amazon? Okay. Because now and then we see more and more tricky owners from Canggu as well. I struggle between PCI and PCC for Trish's leadership process because from the evidence of this paper, I don't get a full picture on how Trish helps cover my and then leads bits during their absences. Okay, all right. Interesting. What would you give it now? PCI. Okay, all right. Thank you for that clarification. Now, let's continue. So, next to communication, PCC, PJC, and LI. I think communication as a lead gen can be improved by giving some insights to the company. Tristan is good at receiving information when we point him to certain areas of Canvas. But I think Tristan can also give back to the company by providing valuable information that only the person that goes to the field can see in the actual market, can actually see construction trends, travel back trends. Okay. Yeah, good.
Two-way communication.
Two-way, yeah. See what the travelers are also doing. Good. Hospitality, I, no comment. Innovation, PCC, PJC, and LI. Last page of Booking.com finding was a good idea. Also want to see Tristan come up with new methods of generating leads. Doesn't have to be a big one, but start with getting involved in projects that can actually generate more leads for MB. Community cloud, Facebook ads, web optimization, or perhaps working with a community manager. It's a good idea, actually, yeah. That's a good source of getting leads, especially if you ask the community that's there, do you have a friend that might actually benefit? So you connect your innovation. All right, ownership, PCI, PJC, LI. Number of leads has to be produced every month. Is already agreed or internally as NB internal KPI, then finishing it off before taking a day off is actually business as usual. I can imagine how good it is having Trish as a chapter mate. Seems like a reliable person. He takes ownership of every delegation given and delivers expected result. All right, advice. Get more involved in more projects. It can inspire you to come up with a lot of new ways to generating leads. and I'm sure the company would like to hear some insights about the field's trends as provided by lead gens. Fantastic. All right, thank you very much, Debo. Next one goes to Shinthia. Shinthia is in the dark. Her power is out, but she gives PCC, PJC, and LI for impacted growth. Trisna has brought good properties and increased the property growth. Teamwork, leadership, PCI, PJI, and LI. Trisna is pretty reliable. He's a good team player and helpful. Communication, PCC, PJI, LI. Do his work as lead generation. He rarely attends the squad sync up, but he's communicated clearly at the first time. When he got home, when he got time to join, he floored about his progress. Shanti, what does floored about his progress mean?
Uh, told the progress.
Oh,
hi,
right.
sir.
Yes, Shanti.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that when there is a sync up and then Trisna couldn't like join, he actually like say that I couldn't join it, and then but if he could join, then he would tell us about the progress that he made.
Yes. Okay. Good communication on
Yep.
the part. All right. Thank you, Chris. That's good. Good habits, too. Thank you for respecting the attendance. All right. PCC, PJC, and LC for hospitality. Trisna has good hospitality amongst team members. Innovation, III. Based on the data above, I found Trisna has found a new method to do the lead, which is good. Ownership, PCC, PJI, LI. Willing to help other team members. Trisna has told me that what he loves doing is what he'll do now, and it showed through his progress. Okay. All right, next one is to Tendi. Tendi Bear. Thank you for staying with us, Tendi. All right, PCC, PJI, LI. Tristan has a great canvassing method and bring great new property. Teamwork, leadership, teamwork, III. Works really well. He also wants to help if there's any issue with the partners of the team. Communications, PCC, PJI, LI. Good communication and good engagement with the owner and follow up with me. Hospitality, PCC, PJI, LI. Great personality, so that's why he got great relationship with his lead. Also, let me bring the necklace that I left in the law to but for our guest. Innovation, III. This is the new canvassing method. And C, PCC, PJI, LI. Tris, responsible with his lead and help if there's anything potential with his lead. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Tendi. All right, let's go to Nung Lee. Nung Lee says, for impact to sales and growth, PCC, PJC, LI. Steady flow of leads except for December. This is able to bring in quality properties as well. One of the ones that we couldn't close were Kampung Kurs, Bada, Lautan, Biru. Okay, refer to the countdown board. Leadership, teamwork, PCC, PJC, LI. Trish is a good team player, works well with everyone, engages in two-way exchanges. Good. Communication, PCC, PJI, LI. Trish is very timely with updating his onboarding paper as a team lead. This builds a lot of trust. I can make sure he's working even though I do not see him often in the office. All right, Trish is quite detailed. I know what's important to include. This quality update over quantity. Show that Trish has a good understanding of how his work can impact the team overall. Hospitality, it's PCI, PJI, and no comment on the L part. Trish, I feel, embodies the culture of Balinese hospitality amongst his peers. This is one of his biggest traits, and it builds trust. I believe this is the main reason why he's able to get so many contacts from his leads. Great. Innovation, III. Innovation is the most difficult skill most BVers struggle with. Trish tries to innovate in his own ways. He can refer to his evidence on canvassing methods. And ownership is PCC, PJC, and LI. Trish has a strong sense of ownership. This is most evident when you see his results. I was intensely guiding him for the first 2 months. Thereafter, he's operating on his own and still produces good results. Okay. All right. Trish, advice. You're a great team player and asset to the team. With this promotion, I think you'll need to think about your growth outside of canvassing. I think you need to also think about how you can also be involved in other methods of gathering leads. Maybe it's digital marketing, partnership building, or new ways other than canvassing that you want to try developing and lead other MDs. Okay, other market developers. Fantastic. All right, last one. Me. All right, so I gave you PCC, PJI, and LI for impact to growth. I think Trisha has worked tirelessly on the lead generation part, but I do wonder about the impact, right? So under 58 leads to 19,000 isn't ideal, but now that I know a little bit more about the metrics, that is not on you. That is on how the chapter has been structured and how can we improve the efficiency. Okay, next one on leadership. I didn't have too much to say about that. I'm relying on your colleagues. On communication, that's I. Most of what I see in communication is participation in methods devised by other people. You have excellent LI qualities. You follow really well, and you're very good at following processes proactively. On hospitality, once again, I see a lot of leadership involvement. On innovation, I see activity. I think competency, once again, would be when the innovations are successfully integrated as workflows and have sustainable growth impact via revenue. You do have innovations, but in order for these innovations to be competent, you need to know that it's an innovation and start applying it and use it as a way to benefit your work. Okay. Ownership, PCC, PJLI, I think you demonstrate extreme ownership over your work, and you're remote most of the time, and I think you're very refined to operate independently, and this is a competency level that's really, really good. Okay, things that I would like to tell you are, I think you need to follow the lean agile method, right, to create projects. So every set of times you do leads, try to learn something from how you built these leads and build on that, so that when you do discover something good, apply it to get benefit. If you see that something hasn't worked, also roll that out. Ideally, I should see a timeline of Trish used to use this method and he got this many leads. Then Trish started using this method and his leads lowered. Then Trish started using more methods like this. So I could kind of see that with your impact to sales, right? The different methods that you use. But remember, that process is continuously refinement. So that would be that would actually allow you to express more projects. There is an infinite number of ways, Trish, that we went over. Remember, even talking to the suppliers. Right? The suppliers back in the old days with Eggy, you and me went to Changu. Talk about talking to suppliers, getting them on board. That would be actually, if you got that to work, that would be PCE, right? That would be you worked on a project, and now suppliers are providing Bukit Vista leads, and you don't even have to do anything. That would be, I'd give you credit for that. Okay, so work on that. Work on the lean agile method. Don't be afraid. I've never seen any hesitation. And I think your greatest asset is your courage. So use your courage to try out new things to disrupt the way that lead generation is being done. Be your own best disruptor. All right, conversion rates, insights on why partners say no, and negotiate for them to say yes, like the way that you did with Bataram. Yes. All right, and ideally, at some point, we should see the highest quality partnerships, right? Resorts. Big properties. Get us into those because those are really good. And quality villas like maybe Lot 5 or Mukataba. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. Okay, Trish, you can be relieved now, and we're going to make a decision on this. Okay. Nobody needs to be in the room. Okay. Thank you very much, Trish.
Be careful, guys. Be careful, like weed. What's a hornet? Dangerous. What is hornet?
I thought it was Nyam Nyam.
I know. It's a bee.
Okay, so
I think you need ice. Yeah. You need some ice.
No one helps you during your stay.
Where did you get it?
Where you got to stay?
okay, Cynthia and Tendi.
Yes.
I need you guys to take a
Yes, sir.
paper or something and write down your vote on a piece of paper, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll just compare the votes. Now, so that we don't get into a...
Sir. Sir.
Oh, your camera doesn't work.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Hi. Could you see me? Oh, so right now I'm on the way, so I think I couldn't find a paper. Could I just like chat here? Write
Just put your decision
the vote here.
so that we know that you made a decision before you saw anybody else's decision.
Tulis di HP, Cynthia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it in,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
or whatever, yeah? All right, so
Okay.
let's blind vote. I would like to do this. I would like this vote just to be based on
Personal thought.
a what?
Personal thought. Not influenced by others' opinions.
Yes, definitely on a personal thought. But at the end, if it is a majority vote, then we will go through with it. Unless,
That's not fair! Oh my god!
unless.
What are you overcoming for?
But we took forever last time. Oh my
I
god.
thought it was democracy. If it's majority, then pass. But
Okay.
then
All right.
you're the one
Okay,
who
this is not that. Okay. But
Okay.
So unless.
All right. I would like to because we really don't want to be here for another 5 hours again, right?
Yeah, but then I'm not.
It has to be
thinking about
consistent.
that. Yeah.
Okay, be consistent.
Hold up.
All right. What do we do if we can't agree? We need to agree on something to do if we don't agree because we can't, do that whole thing again. That was way too long.
Yeah, it's okay, but
Yeah.
don't put a double standard. Otherwise, I will
Okay.
put vote of no confidence on an HR actually.
Okay. All right. So what do we need to do in order to keep this correct?
Okay, so we're talking about if we have a.
If we have no consensus, then I think okay. What my motion is that it's a majority vote unless the most direct client has a issue with it. Or oh no, unless the chapter lead has an issue with it.
It's okay, just don't modify it all the time. That's it. That's all
Okay.
I'm asking for. Not double standard. It's okay
How
to
do-
modify and different,
How do
but not.
we? But how do we? Yeah, because if we can't agree, that's not sustainable either. To have 10
Otherwise,
hours
conduct will come on. Hey, what these people can
pass and not
pass,
pass.
yeah,
Yeah.
why
Good
this-
point.
Mm.
Good point. All right. In the last case, in Gunny's case, it was because the chapter lead didn't agree, and everyone else agreed. And the chapter lead should be in charge of the standards of the chapter, right? Has more stake in the rest of it. So we decided to debate and eventually go with that as a no. Okay, but in this particular case, what should we do? Any motions? Any motions to keep everything fair? And
Yeah, I
yes.
think the majority of the vote.
Okay, Tendy thinks majority of vote, but
Yeah, because you know,
we did last time. That was majority vote,
but yeah, from me, like actually, if a member of your chapter or member of your team, it should be have a coordination first before the promotion, right? So if there is no agreement, so then that's why why the member is go to the promotion.
Ah,
But
okay.
remember, the purpose of promotion is not I will be
Right.
get promoted. I want
develop-
to be get evaluated, right?
Yes, true.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe if like that. So before the candidate promotion, maybe if the chapter didn't agree, so the first the chapter coordinate with the HR. So this is the not right position for this candidate. Maybe the another applying for the another category or something. So yeah.
It could be a good idea. Maybe the feedback should go from chapter first before we move any further, right? Because this is a global feedback, and this is very time consuming for everyone. So ideally, yes, I agree that somebody who
It's a bee. It's a bee.
where
Here.
There.
Go down.
There's the house the high
we should knock it out. Okay, we'll knock it out later.
Vita and me are ready.
Use warm water.
Wait, boss, santai boss. Wait.
Actually, as long as you don't scratch them, it's okay.
Did Venna threaten the bee?
No, I put my
I mean, my trend is like the move fast.
Too quickly, yeah. Okay, so we need to just be consistent. We need to actually come up with an idea. There is actually a real problem with this because we cannot always have, mega hour debates. We've already spent how many hours on this, right? Like whatever it is, right? But 2 hours. So there has to be some sort of container where we make a decision, yes, no, or whatever it is. So I'm trying to keep that because there's more promotion reviews up ahead, and we don't always want to be like spending 5 hours a week in a promotion review. Yes. So no.
Have we tried a scoring system?
No, we haven't tried a scoring system because it goes back to the same idea, right? What if the chapter lead doesn't agree? What if the primary stakeholder doesn't agree? If the primary stakeholder doesn't agree, then you're essentially like, okay, it sort of dilutes the impact of the chapter, right? Or we could just take a vote and see what we all think, and then figure it out later.
Yeah,
like we did last
I
time.
don't think we're preempting.
Okay.
that, so maybe
All right, let's just go. Okay,
HR can
the motion
solve
right now.
that.
Yeah, it's not just an HR thing. It's an overall thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the motion is that we will vote, and based on the results of the vote, then we'll have a discussion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So all you have to do is, if you're in favor of the promotion, write yes. If you're not in favor of the promotion, write no. Okay. Simple as that. Yes means Trisna passes, or just say pass or not pass. How about that?
Yeah.
Pass or not pass.
That's
Okay.
clearer.
That's easier, yeah, because then it's not so whatever. Okay. All right, so I'm distributing the papers. Andy, you're free to.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's
Oh
what
yeah,
I
that is
was
a.
about to ask,
Oh,
yeah.
Vinny, you're done actually. Unless you want to. Okay,
I can go out.
you can go on. Yes, you can. Unless you want to hang out there.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Get well
Okay.
soon.
Yay.
Yes. Okay, you guys ready? Okay. All right. Do your.
Wayana?
She's on the advisory.
Oh,
Cynthia.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Cynthia, where's Cynthia? Cynthia is there.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, great.
Sorry,
Okay, when you're ready, please just raise your hand. So we know you're ready.
I'm ready. Wait, I'm just looking for a place right now. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Wait. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Let's go
Yeah.
with Cynthia first. Cynthia, what's your verdict?
Me?
Yeah.
Where is it?
What's that say? Can't read.
Is it?
I can't read that at all. You're.
Hello.
Wait. I will write it on a paper. Sorry, just get like out.
Just tell us. We haven't.
Just it.
Wait. Okay. I got it. I got it right now, and it's this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to who's next up the thing. Let's go to is it Tendi or Diva? Let's go Tendi. Tendi, what did you say? Pass. Okay. All right. Let's go to Diva. Diva, what do you say? Pass. Nili? Pass. Okay, we all agree it's a pass. Yeah. All right, that made it pretty easy. All right, so Nili, you can announce the news to Tris, and he is now promoted to lead generator specialist now. Yeah, all right. That was pretty straightforward. All right, and we all learned something. We all learned something about the metrics. Okay, easy, right? Okay, done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, we're done. We can stop now so that we.
I think the metrics can be clearer.
How much more clear can they be if they've already been written
I think in terms.
and written by everybody?
I don't know. I think sometimes when given in the context, it can be seen differently. Like we were talking about teamwork just now.
True. This is why we do this as a group. This is kind of a learning experience for all of us too at the same time.
Okay.
I think we need to build these values together. It's not just I write them down and everyone believes it. It's sort of like, this is how we create culture.
Mm.
This is how we create consistency. This is how we create what achievement means.
Shared belief.
Shared beliefs, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it takes a lot of time because
Shared beliefs is the word. Okay. Yeah, because I'm also thinking Vanna's promotion is also.
so she's stepping out of part time then. That's good.
Yeah, she wants to, but I told her when she's ready, because I think our contract now is 4 months, not 3 months.
Mm.
Yeah, so I leave it up to her when she thinks she's ready, but I think there is an option too, right?
Yes.
If you want to.
If they want to, we need more full time people. Absolutely, yeah.
It's not, she has no evidence. Okay.
But are we getting more better understanding through each iteration of this? I hope.
I have a clearer understanding of the metrics and how to use them.
Okay. Are they good metrics? Or does anybody want to create a better metric through a PCE movement?
For now, it is
Ah,
better.
okay.
But we never know in the future. Like, we have our own example, right? Our promotion review is evolving time by time. So it might be a correct measurement for now. But as we grow bigger, expect something more complicated. Perhaps.
I would expect something more simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be more succinct, actually. But I thought about this for a while. This is why I was like kind of hunkered in my room for all of Christmas.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
for Trishna's promotion today, there was one